Manzano-Sandia Base, Albuquerque, New Mexico's military test base since 1947. Photo courtesy of Carl Willis. Today, this entire area is simply known as part of expansive Kirtland Air Force Base of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and no longer specifically as Manzano-Sandia Base. Now, please watch the following video in order to grasp the significance of this area, courtesy of Jim Brockway. Now, this video was made in 2014, but is just as relevant today as it was then. This is Norio Hayakawa reporting on June 2nd, 2014. We're right here about 6 or 7 miles from the former Manzano underground storage facility and also the General Sandia military base within Kirtland Air Force Base, and today we're glad to have a gentleman that has a tremendous knowledge about this whole area, namely the Manzano-Sandia military base, which was reportedly established in 1947 together with the Department of the Air Force and also together with the Sandia laboratories that came into existence in 1947, just like the Department of the Air Force and the CIA, as well as the National Security Agency. They all started coincidentally in 1947, and this is a very interesting location. I would say this is probably almost an equivalent of an Area 51 of Albuquerque, New Mexico. New Mexico's Albuquerque's own version of, I would say, Area 51, where they test a lot of different things. And we have this gentleman that will explain to you the significance of that Manzano underground storage, nuclear storage area that you see right now, and he will give you an explanation. We see those two, some kind of parabolic, the antenna area, I guess, and that's to the left is the Manzano underground storage area. Is that so?
Yes, that's the Manzano base area there where they used to store all the nuclear material there in the mountain itself. As you go from there, it's training area now. To the left, you got some of the radar antenna dishes. A little bit further over to the right, you have the Starfire Optical. In the back canyon back there is where Coyote Canyon is located, and supposedly the UFOs have landed or come in out there. Come back across to the right a little bit more, you'll see a long white building, more of a Quonset hut type thing, kind of a space junkyard area. The tall concrete building, which is 9 stories, is where the Sandia Labs originally did their solar testing, and that's a 9-story building out there. You have 2 water towers, and then again to the right is where Loveless has their inhalation testing facility for gases and so on out there. Almost directly behind the solar tower, though, you'll see a couple small buildings, and that's where the U.S. Geological Service has their earthquake monitoring center for the Rio Grande Rift Valley here.
Okay, so I need to ask you a question about what we see in the distance, namely those what look like observatories. They are actually part of the Project Starfire that had been continuously going on since around the late 70s. Is that right? And is that some kind of a laser optics tracking technology, do you think?
Yes, that's where the adaptive optics actually got its start, right here at Kirtland. And they do a computer analysis of the laser light that they shoot up into the upper atmosphere, measure the wind turbulence and everything, and that's how they can correct it and get a much sharper image. Rumor has it they can get pictures from this location here as good as, if not better than, the Hubble Space Telescope.
That is
But I
amazing.
know that's yeah, quite a stretch. But they can do pretty good out here.
All right. And I have another question about the Loveless, some kind of a biological experimental facility. It's my understanding that they were testing what kind of chemicals are susceptible to, like animals and so on. Is that right?
That's correct. That's what I've heard in the past. They've had chimpanzees and I guess other animals that they've done some testing with out there. It's kind of unknown, but you got to stop and realize old man Lovelace himself was very much into aviation and respirators. He was the one that designed the respirators for the pilots today, and they've just done the modifications on it. But this valley here, this area that you see, this is where all of that was actually created and developed. So a lot of science out here, a lot of science with the Sandia laboratories, and they're still doing more stuff. Even with the Mars, you know, object that they sent up there that bounced in the balloons and all that was tested out here in this, you know, mountain range here. And so
Fascinating, fascinating. And you know, we're now looking at the actual Manzano mountain, or Manzano Hill, if you will. And it's my understanding that they started construction in 1947, and actually the bottom 1/3 of that hill is hollowed out. Is that true?
that's correct.
I see. And
There's not much in there now. It's more storage and just junk. But from what I've been told, but yeah, the whole mountain area there is all haul inside.
hall inside. Even today, you can see some kind of a bunker opening
Yes.
at the foothills of that Manzano Hill, or actually, yeah, Manzano Mountain. Actually, that hill is actually the beginning of the whole Manzano mountain range that starts from over there going south all the way towards Los Lunas and Belen area. So we're really at a very great location to view the general Manzano-Sandia military base, which is distinct from Kirtland Air Force Base operation, from what I understand.
Yes.
I see. And the Kirtland Air Force Base direction is that way,
More out here, you can hardly see the stables, but actually in behind the hill here is where the base is actually located. So that's where they have the Special Ops Squadron, and they do their flying with the C-130s, the new J models.
I see. Thank you so much, sir. We're reporting from about 8 miles away from the Manzano-Sandia military base, what I would like to call an equivalent of almost like Area 51 in Nevada, but this is Albuquerque's version of this expansive complex of the Sandia base and all that accompanies the so-called Black Projects programs. This is Norio Hayakawa reporting, June the 2nd, 2014.
This is Norio Hayakawa in Albuquerque, New Mexico.